Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to Crypto Hash Review. We educate and disseminate information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies from a Muslim perspective. We have a question. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I recently bought £100 worth of Bitcoin on Binance. Mabruk. When I withdrew and transferred to my Blue wallet, my wallet read £76. I tried to figure out why this and whether it was due to fees, but I couldn't find anything. The price of the coin did not drop as well. Okay, this is very common misunderstanding. So yes, exchanges, unfortunately, they set their fees for withdrawals at a certain time in history, a certain point in history. And once they set it, they don't really change it regularly. So for example, Swissborg, their fees was 0.000005 Bitcoin for any withdrawal of Bitcoin back in August time. Now, when that was the case, that was about £3. I think it was about £3 or £2 at the time, which was negligible. I mean, if you bought £100 worth of Swissborg, Bitcoin and Swissborg, and you withdrew, all you had is like a £2 haircut, which is like normal, isn't it? But as the price of Bitcoin went up, they haven't updated their prices. And it's still 0.005 Bitcoin, which now actually adds up to over almost £20. Now, why they do this, I'm sure it's just money in a day, but also to do with network. So when a network gets really congested, fees do really get high, like £5, maybe even £10. And if they want to make sure that you get your fees immediately, they won't put a slow fee or a medium fee, they'll put a high fee. So I will probably say half of that money goes towards just the network fees and the other half they might pocket it. That's generally what happens. It's mainly for your convenience. I know it'd be nice if you could choose what fees you choose for withdrawals, but they don't make it that easy. They just say flat fee. If you want to get it, we'll give it to you now immediately, and they will obviously want to get it off their books, so they will send it to you at the fastest possible fee. And obviously, the trade-off is that you have to pay a lot. So yeah, if you have like £100 and you withdrew £100, you're gonna take probably a quarter of that or a fifth of that haircut, because the fees are not fixed by how much you're withdrawing, but fixed on just the action itself. So what I will normally suggest people do is that if you're going to buy on exchanges like Coinbase and so on and so forth, is that you wait to withdraw, or hold up, or don't withdraw until at least £1,000 or £2,000 worth. Once you have that much money, then you can withdraw to your wallet, and therefore the fees would match up. So that £20 or £15 of fees would be a fraction of a percent rather than 25% of what you're withdrawing. And that's basically the thing. Even inside your Blue wallet, even if Bitcoin got into your Blue wallet, when you send fees, when you send a Bitcoin, you have a choice of how much you want to pay for the network. You can choose to pay a lot, you can choose to pay little, but that is independent of how much you send. That's why effectively if the network is congested, it makes no sense sending £5 off of Bitcoin, because you're going to probably spend half of that on network fees. So unfortunately, you learned this lesson the hard way, but that is effectively what you have to pay attention to. Look at the fees in the currency they give to you. So usually in those applications, they usually tell you how much the fees are, but they don't tell you in pounds, they tell you in the coin. So if you're withdrawing, for example, Ethereum, they'll tell you how much ETH will be taken from that as a fee. Or if you're withdrawing sand or mana, it will tell you how much mana you have to pay to withdraw the mana. So focus on that and make sure you do the maths before you commit to withdraw, and don't waste their time. That's kind of one of the reasons why they even have these fees, is so that they don't spam the network with loads of withdrawals. So if it costs you, especially if it costs you this much, you think twice, even 3 times before withdrawing, and only withdraw if you really need the money. Anyway, we hope you find this video beneficial and this answer beneficial, and may Allah give you plenty Bitcoin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.